I started building tree houses back in 1997. So the first one was for a really good friend of mine from Mexico, and then the second one was for my brother, and then I really lucked out, and my third one was for Sting and Trudy, the musician. And so I was like, so then as soon as I did Sting's, then I got to do Donna Karen's, and then I got to do Julianne Moore's and Val Kilmer and all these people, right? I was like, and I was going one way. I was going to be, I had a band for 20 years, so I kind of just toured around with my group forever. And then suddenly now I'm doing, I've done 54 tree houses. I was just, I never saw it coming. So my way of kind of like, again, trying to stay busy, because I'm horrible if I'm not busy. And so I thought, I'll just donate all my time and energy to build a little sacred place for the kids to go and like have an observation onto the garden, as it was being developed. So like, again, David and Bonnie and JK and everybody, Sonia, they were all working really hard on the garden, and I was just getting involved. And I said, well, what if I just build a place for the kids to go while all this is going on, and they had a safe place to kind of observe, And so so that's what I did. What I did is I went to the church down the street, and I said, hey, you got all this scaffolding, can I have it to build like a little like shrine for St. Francis, Probably shouldn't be saying this in public, and he said no. And I was like, it's for St. Francis, I'm going to build a nest, and like kids can go there. And he's like, no. So a friend of mine, who I will not disclose his name, we snuck into the church and into the back, and we stole all the lumber, and then I built it in 4 days, so it looked like it just happened really quick. And then the priest came by, and he's like, oh, this is beautiful, where'd you get the lumber? And I go, oh, someone else donated it. And he's like, oh, that's great. Not even knowing that because he had so much lumber, it was like ridiculous. So so I built the framework out of that. And then and a friend of mine, he's from Colombia, he just parked his van and slept in the garden for 5 days while we worked on it. And it was awesome. We were like making barbecues and hanging out, And he's like, he couldn't believe that you could park a van in a community garden and sleep there, And I let him come over to my place to shower and stuff, of course. And then, so I built that, and then I started adding the branches. And then again, like I said, it's like every winter season we get a lot of downfall from the willows, the birches and the poplars, all the trees, start dropping branches if there's too much ice on the branch or whatever, or a storm like, again, Sandy or Irene comes through, it's like massive havoc. And so I just take all that and just keep adding it to the nest like a bird would do. And, and the kids, like, they really get a lot out of it, I will never get tired of hearing a kid go, let's go to the treehouse, because it's like, I'm like, they like it. We do a lot of art installations out of there, and we do a lot of fundraising here, because that's a big part of community gardens. I don't know, maybe Ross will talk about that, but, we need to be able to survive, so we have like members, and then we do like films here and different projects, weddings and things like that, and that helps raise money for buying new hoses or building a new tool shed or new picnic benches or whatever it is. There's always a little bit of overhead for especially an acre of land,